There are places on our planet that defy simple description, places where the earth itself seems to breathe. Bangladesh is one such land. It is a country born of water and mud, a vast delta where great rivers meet the sea. Look closely. It appears chaotic, a tapestry of green and brown woven by forces beyond human control. Yet within this chaos there is a profound and ancient rhythm. It is a land of immense beauty and startling contrasts. The air is thick with moisture, carrying the scent of wet earth and blossoming flowers. It is a place where life erupts with an almost violent energy, clinging to every available surface. To understand this place, you must listen. Listen to the whispers on the wind. They tell tales of creation and destruction. They speak of the monsoon rains that arrive with the force of an invading army, swelling the rivers until they burst their banks. The land gives, and the land takes away. This cycle is the heart of Bangladesh. It is a continuous dance between abundance and peril. The people who live here understand this balance intimately. They have learned to live with the river's moods, to build their homes on stilts, and to navigate its ever-shifting currents. Their lives are as intertwined with the water as the roots of the mangroves that grip the silty soil. Look out across the horizon. It is a canvas of immense scale. The sky seems to stretch on forever, reflecting in the mirror-like surface of the water. Here the world feels both new and ancient. New because the land itself is constantly changing, reshaped by the annual floods that deposit fresh layers of silt. Ancient because this process has been unfolding for millennia. It is a geological story told in slow motion. The very ground beneath our feet is a gift from the distant Himalayas, carried down by the mighty Ganges and Brahmaputra rivers. This is a nursery of new earth, a place of constant becoming. We have come here to explore this wild, unpredictable heart of Asia. We want to witness the raw power that has shaped this extraordinary landscape. We will travel down its vast waterways, into the depths of its dense forests. We will seek out the creatures that have adapted to this world of constant change. From the smallest insect to the most magnificent predator, life here is a testament to resilience. It is a journey into a world where nature still holds dominion, a place of both breathtaking beauty and profound mystery. The story of Bangladesh is a story of survival, a celebration of life in its most untamed form. Water is the architect of this land. It is the sculptor, the painter, and the destroyer. The rivers here are not mere channels of water. They are living entities. They are vast, powerful, and utterly indifferent to the plans of humankind. Stand on the bank of the Padma, one of the great rivers born from the Ganges. Feel the ground tremble slightly as billions of tons of water surge towards the sea. The current is a relentless force, carving new paths through the soft earth. It carries with it the soil of a subcontinent, a constant offering to the Bay of Bengal. The water is the color of tea, rich with sediment. These rivers are the nation's arteries, but they are also its greatest threat. They provide the fertile soil that allows for abundant harvests, yet they can swallow entire villages overnight. This duality defines existence here. To travel on these waters is to feel a sense of profound humility. Our boat, which seemed so large at the dock, is now a tiny speck on an immense moving canvas of brown water. The horizon is often just a thin line separating the river from the sky. It is easy to lose your sense of direction, to feel as if you are adrift in a world made entirely of water and light. The river's surface tells a story. Look at the eddies and whirlpools that form and disappear in an instant. They are signs of the immense power moving just beneath the surface. They speak of unseen obstacles, of deep channels and shifting sandbanks. The boatmen here read the water like a map. They understand its language, its subtle warnings, and its hidden dangers. They have learned to respect its power, to navigate its moods with a skill passed down through generations. Their quiet confidence is born from a lifetime of coexistence with this formidable force of nature. Everywhere you look, life has adapted to this aquatic world. Villages perch precariously on the riverbanks, their bamboo houses built on high stilts. During the monsoon, these homes become islands in a vast inland sea. Children learn to swim before they can properly walk. Floating markets appear, where vendors sell vegetables and fish from small wooden boats. It is a remarkable display of human ingenuity and resilience. In this waterlogged world, people have not conquered nature, but have instead found a way to live within its powerful embrace, bending and yielding like the reeds that line the riverbanks. Out in the middle of these great rivers, new land is born. They are called chars. These are not islands in the conventional sense. They are temporary creations, vast sandbanks formed from the silt deposited by the slowing current. They can appear almost overnight, rising from the water like ghosts. At first they are barren expanses of sand and mud, but life is quick to take hold. Seeds, carried by the wind and water, find purchase in the damp soil. Soon a thin carpet of green appears, a sign that the island has begun its fleeting existence. These are the most ephemeral landscapes on Earth. To set foot on a char is to walk on ground that did not exist a year ago. The soil is soft and yielding. It feels alive. Pioneer grasses are the first to arrive, their roots working to bind the loose silt together. They create a foundation for other plants to follow. It is a lesson in ecological succession, happening at an accelerated pace. Within a few seasons, a char can become a lush grassland, dotted with small shrubs. It becomes a haven for birds and a grazing ground for cattle brought over by boat from the mainland. It is a promise of new beginnings, a temporary gift from the river. But what the river gives, the river can reclaim. The existence of a char is always precarious. A change in the river's current or a particularly powerful monsoon flood can wash it all away. An island that has supported a small community for a decade can vanish in a single season. The people who make their homes on these chars live with a constant sense of impermanence. They build simple homes from bamboo and thatch, structures that can be dismantled and moved when the river begins to encroach. They do not own the land in the way we might understand it. They are merely its temporary custodians. This cycle of creation and destruction has a profound impact on the wildlife. The chars are vital stopping points for migratory birds on their long journeys. They offer a place to rest and feed, away from the dangers of the mainland. We can see flocks of egrets and herons wading in the shallows, their white feathers a stark contrast against the brown water. For these creatures, the temporary nature of the islands is not a threat, but an opportunity. Each new char is a new restaurant, a new sanctuary. It is a world in constant flux, and the animals that thrive here are those that have mastered the art of adaptation. As we journey further south, the character of the river changes. The water becomes salty. We are approaching the sea. Here, the rhythm of life is dictated not just by the river's flow, but by the daily pulse of the ocean's tides. Twice a day, the sea pushes inland, slowing the river's advance and flooding the low-lying banks. The air grows heavy with the smell of salt and decaying vegetation. This is the tidal zone, a world caught between two powerful forces. It is an environment of incredible richness, but also of great stress for the creatures that live here. Life on this edge must be tough and resourceful. Look at the mudflats, exposed at low tide. They seem barren, but they are teeming with life. Millions of tiny crabs scuttle across the surface, sifting through the mud for microscopic particles of food. Their frantic activity is a race against time, a need to feed before the tide returns to cover their world once more. We can see mudskippers, remarkable fish that can breathe air and walk on their fins. They flop and crawl across the mud, hunting for insects and other small invertebrates. It is a world of specialized survivors. The birds here are masters of this tidal environment. A flock of whimbrels with their long curved beaks methodically probe the soft mud. They are searching for worms and crustaceans hidden beneath the surface. Their beaks are perfectly adapted for this task, a specialized tool for a specialized world. In the distance, a Brahminy kite circles overhead, its chestnut and white plumage brilliant against the grey sky. It watches for any sign of weakness, a crab or fish caught unawares. Every creature here is part of a complex food web, all dependent on the rhythm of the tides. This tidal zone is also a critical nursery. The brackish water, a mix of fresh and salt, provides the perfect conditions for the young of many species of fish and shrimp. The tangled roots of the vegetation along the banks offer shelter from predators. For countless marine creatures, life begins here, in these murky, nutrient-rich waters. The health of these coastal estuaries is vital not just for the local ecosystem, but for the wider ocean beyond. It is a fragile and essential link in the great chain of life, a place where the river finally surrenders its waters to the sea. We are now entering a different world, a world of shadow and silence. This is the Sundarbans, the largest single block of mangrove forest on the planet. The air immediately feels cooler, heavier. The open sky is replaced by a dense green canopy. The forest grows right to the water's edge, its trees standing on a tangled web of stilt-like roots. These are mangrove trees, uniquely adapted to live in salty, waterlogged soil. Their roots anchor them in the soft mud and allow them to breathe when the tide comes in. This forest is a fortress, a natural barrier that protects the land from the fury of cyclones that sweep in from the bay. Navigating the Sundarbans is like moving through a maze. The forest is dissected by a network of thousands of tidal creeks and channels, some wide and deep, others so narrow our boat can barely pass. The water is calm here, shielded from the wind. Its dark surface perfectly reflects the dense foliage, creating a disorienting world of green and black. It is easy to become lost. Every channel looks like the last. Our boatman navigates by memory, by the shape of a particular tree or the curve of a river bend. Without his knowledge, we would be hopelessly adrift in this emerald labyrinth. This is a kingdom built on mud. At low tide, the forest floor is revealed. It is not solid ground, but a thick, viscous ooze. The air fills with the pungent, sulphurous smell of decaying organic matter. This mud is the foundation of the entire ecosystem. It is incredibly rich in nutrients, providing nourishment for the mangroves and the countless creatures that live among their roots. To walk here is nearly impossible. One sinks immediately, a reminder that this is not a human's domain. This is a world that belongs to the tides and the trees that have conquered them. The silence here is deceptive. It is a watchful silence. The forest is alive, but its inhabitants are masters of concealment. We catch fleeting glimpses of movement in the undergrowth, a flash of brilliant blue from a kingfisher darting across the water, the rustle of leaves that might be the wind or might be something else. There is a palpable sense of being watched. Every shadow could hide a secret. This is a place that demands patience and respect. It does not give up its secrets easily. We are merely visitors in an ancient and mysterious realm. There is one creature that embodies the wild spirit of the Sundarbans more than any other. It is a predator of almost mythical status, the Bengal tiger. But the tigers here are different. They are the only tigers in the world that live in a mangrove forest. They are powerful swimmers, capable of crossing wide rivers. They hunt in the dense undergrowth and along the muddy banks. To survive here, they must be masters of stealth and ambiguity. They are phantoms, often heard but rarely seen. Their presence haunts this forest, a constant, unseen pressure. The signs are everywhere if you know how to look. Here on this soft mud bank, a paw print. It is huge, perfectly preserved. The pug mark of a large male. It is fresh, perhaps only a few hours old. The water that has filled it has not yet evaporated. Knowing it was here so recently sends a shiver down the spine. It may be watching us right now from the cover of the dense nipper palms. The tiger is the apex predator here, the undisputed king of this mangrove kingdom. Its presence shapes the behavior of every other animal in the forest. We see a group of chatal, or spotted deer, grazing nervously at the forest's edge. They are the tiger's primary prey. They never stray far from the water, which offers a potential escape route. Their ears are constantly swiveling, their noses testing the air for the faintest scent of danger. One sharp, barking alarm call from a single deer is enough to send the entire herd crashing into the water, swimming for the safety of the opposite bank. Their fear is a tangible thing. It is a constant companion in the forest where death can arrive in silent, striped perfection. Living and working in the Sundarbans requires a unique form of courage. The woodcutters and honey collectors who venture into the forest are acutely aware of the risks. They have stories passed down through generations of encounters with the great cat. They have a deep respect for the tiger, referring to it as Bombibi's child, the protector of the forest. They believe that you only see the tiger when it wishes to be seen. Its shadow falls over the entire forest, a powerful reminder that here, in the Sundarbans, humans are not at the top of the food chain. The wildness is real, and it has teeth. As dusk begins to settle over the Sundarbans, the forest changes its tune. The daytime sounds of birds and insects begin to fade, replaced by a new chorus. This is the symphony of the night. It begins with the deep, resonant croaking of bullfrogs from the muddy shallows. Their calls are joined by the high-pitched chirping of thousands of crickets and katydids hidden in the foliage. It is a sound that builds in intensity, a pulsing, living wall of noise that fills the humid air. The forest is far from asleep. It is simply changing shifts. Listen closely. Beneath the constant hum of insects, there are other, more distinct sounds. The sharp, barking call of a deer, perhaps startled by a shadow. The splash of a large fish breaking the surface of the water. And then a sound that makes the heart beat a little faster. A low, guttural growl that seems to come from the forest itself. It is distant but unmistakable. The tiger announcing its presence in the darkness. The sound travels a long way over the water, a declaration of ownership that silences the lesser creatures for a moment. The darkness here is absolute. Away from the lights of any city, the night is profound. When the moon is hidden, it is a blackness that feels solid, tangible. The only light comes from the stars, which seem impossibly bright and numerous. and from the faint, ghostly glow of bioluminescent fungi on rotting logs. On the water, tiny phosphorescent organisms light up in our boat's wake, creating fleeting trails of cold green fire. It is a magical, almost otherworldly sight. It reveals a hidden layer of life, one that is only visible in complete darkness. The air itself feels different at night. It is cooler and even more saturated with moisture. The smells are stronger, more distinct. The sweet scent of night-blooming jasmine drifts from the forest edge, mingling with the ever-present odor of salt and mud. A faint breeze rustles the mangrove leaves, a sound like a soft whisper. It is a time of heightened senses, where sounds and smells create a vivid picture of a world we cannot see. The Sundarbans at night is not a place of emptiness, but a world brimming with hidden life, a theater of survival played out under a canopy of stars. The beauty of this land is matched only by its potential for violence. For several months of the year, the monsoon season transforms the landscape. It is not just rain, it is a force of nature on a colossal scale. Dark clouds gather on the horizon, building into towering fortresses of grey. The wind picks up, howling through the trees and whipping the surface of the rivers into a frenzy of white-capped waves. The air grows thick and heavy, charged with electricity. There is a sense of immense power being unleashed, a feeling of nature gathering its strength for an assault. When the rain comes, it is biblical. It falls not in drops, but in solid sheets, a deafening deluge that blots out the world. The sound is overwhelming, a constant roar on the roof of our boat. The rivers begin to swell, their currents accelerating. They rise by several meters in a matter of hours, inundating the low-lying lands and the chars. What was once a green pasture becomes a swirling brown lake. The landscape is completely redrawn, its familiar features submerged beneath the floodwaters. For the people and animals of the delta, it is a time of great peril and upheaval. The monsoon is not just about water. It is about wind. Cyclones born in the warm waters of the Bay of Bengal can sweep inland with devastating force. These storms are the ultimate test of the Sundarbans. The mangrove forest acts as a natural shield, its dense network of trees and roots absorbing much of the storm surge's energy. It is a vital, living seawall that protects the millions of people who live in the delta behind it. Without this forest, the destruction would be unimaginable. It is a stark reminder of the critical importance of these natural habitats. Yet even in this destruction there is a renewal. The floods deposit a fresh layer of incredibly fertile silt across the land, replenishing the soil for the next growing season. The immense volume of fresh water flushes out the channels and creeks, bringing new nutrients into the system. The monsoon is both a destroyer and a creator. It is the engine that drives the entire ecosystem, the force that makes this land so incredibly productive. It is the chaotic, unpredictable heart of Bangladesh, a power that must be endured, respected, and ultimately embraced as the source of all life here. Our journey through this land of rivers is coming to an end. We have seen a world shaped by the immense power of water, a landscape in a state of constant flux. Bangladesh is not a place that can be easily tamed or understood. It is a land of raw, untamed energy. Its beauty is not found in serene, unchanging vistas, but in the dynamic, often violent interplay of natural forces. It is a beauty that is both awe-inspiring and humbling. It reminds us of the power of our planet to create and destroy, often in the same breath. The resilience of life here is extraordinary. From the pioneer grasses on a newborn char to the majestic tiger that stalks the mangrove shadows, every living thing has found a way to survive, and even thrive in this unpredictable environment. The people too have shown a remarkable capacity to adapt. Their lives are woven into the rhythms of the rivers and the seasons. They live with an acceptance of impermanence that is born from a deep, intimate connection to their surroundings. Their survival is a testament to the strength of the human spirit. There is a profound mystery to this place. In the silence of the mangrove forest, in the roar of the monsoon, in the shadow of the tiger, one feels the presence of something ancient and powerful. It is a wildness that has been lost in so many other parts of the world. Here, nature is not a backdrop for human activity. It is the main character in the story. It is a force that commands respect and even fear. This untamed spirit is perhaps the country's greatest treasure. A precious reminder of what our planet was like before we tried to control it. To experience Bangladesh is to be changed. It is to witness the world not as a static, predictable place, but as a living, breathing entity that is constantly reinventing itself. It is a land of chaotic beauty, a place of stark contrasts and profound wonder. The whispers of the river and the howls of the wind will stay with us long after we leave. They are the voice of a land that is truly wild, a place that continues to follow its own ancient, powerful, and mysterious rhythm. It is a world that we must strive to protect, for in its wildness lies a lesson for all of humanity.
There are places on our planet that remain hidden, not by high walls or deep oceans, but by a reputation for chaos. They exist just beyond the edge of our understanding. This is one such place, a land of immense rivers and dense forests, a world teeming with life. It is a land that breathes, it moves, it pulses with an ancient rhythm. Here, beauty and turmoil are not opposites. They are two sides of the same story. A story written in water and mud, a story whispered on the wind. It is a place of profound contrasts and extraordinary resilience. We arrive not as conquerors, but as quiet observers. To understand this place, one must listen. Listen to the gentle lapping of water against a wooden boat. Listen to the distant call of an unseen bird. The air is thick, heavy with the scent of wet earth and sweet blossoms. It hangs in the atmosphere like a soft blanket. The sun beats down, its light filtering through a hazy sky. It paints the world in shades of gold and deep green. This is Bangladesh, a land where nature's power is on full display, a power that both gives and takes away. The journey begins on water. It must. Water is the lifeblood here. It carves the land. It dictates the pace of life. Our small boat glides silently. It moves through a maze of channels. The river is a mirror. It reflects the endless sky above. The banks are a blur of emerald green. Palm trees stand like sentinels, their fronds swaying gently in the breeze. The world seems to slow down here. Time is measured not in hours, but in the turning of the tide. We are entering a world governed by older laws, the laws of nature. The silence is deceptive. It is a silence filled with sound, the hum of a million insects, the rustle of leaves in a sudden gust of wind, the splash of a fish breaking the water's surface. Every sound tells a story of survival, a story of the intricate dance between predator and prey. This is a land of secrets. Secrets held deep within its tangled forests and murky waters. We have come to witness this chaotic beauty, to see the life that thrives in this wild and unpredictable world. The journey into its heart has just begun. The river is a living thing. It is a vast, muscular serpent of brown water. It coils its way across the landscape. Its surface is a tapestry of currents and eddies. It carries with it the silt of distant mountains. This silt is a gift. It enriches the soil, creating one of the most fertile deltas on Earth. But the river can also be a destructive force. It can swell with monsoon rains. It can swallow entire villages without warning. The people who live here understand this duality. They respect the river's power. They live in harmony with its ever-changing moods. Our boat continues its slow progress. The river is wide, so wide that the far bank is just a faint line on the horizon. It feels like we are on an open sea. Small islands of silt, called chars, appear and disappear with the seasons. They are temporary homes for both people and wildlife. Life here is transient, ever moving. Families build their simple homes on these fragile islands. They know that the river that gives them land today could take it back tomorrow. This constant state of flux creates a unique kind of resilience, a deep connection to the rhythms of the water. The water itself is a world of its own. Below the surface, a hidden drama unfolds. The Gangetic dolphin, a creature of ancient lineage, navigates these murky depths. It is almost blind. It relies on echolocation to hunt. Clicking sounds echo through the water. They paint a picture of the world in sound. These remarkable mammals are perfectly adapted to this environment. They are a symbol of the river's hidden life, a reminder that even in the most opaque waters, life finds a way to flourish. Their presence is a sign of the river's health. The sun begins to set. It casts a fiery glow across the water. The sky explodes in a riot of orange, pink, and purple. The world is bathed in a warm, ethereal light. The sounds of the day begin to fade. They are replaced by the chorus of the night, the croaking of frogs, the chirp of crickets. The air cools. A gentle breeze ripples the surface of the river. In this moment of tranquility, the chaos seems to recede. There is only the beauty of the setting sun, the gentle rock of the boat, and the vast, silent river embracing the land. We leave the open river behind. We enter a different world, a world of tangled roots and dense canopy. This is the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest on Earth. The name means beautiful forest. It is a fitting name, but it is also a place of deep mystery and hidden danger. The air changes here. It becomes cooler, shaded by the thick leaves above. The light is different. It filters through the canopy in narrow shafts. It creates a mosaic of light and shadow on the forest floor. The silence here is deeper, more profound. The forest is a labyrinth, a maze of tidal waterways and muddy creeks. Our boat navigates these narrow channels. The mangrove trees rise from the water on a tangle of prop roots. They look like strange skeletal legs. These roots are the key to survival here. They anchor the trees in the soft mud. They allow them to breathe in this waterlogged world. The forest is in a constant state of flux. Twice a day, the tide comes in. It floods the forest floor. Then it recedes, revealing a world of glistening mud and exposed roots. This is a land that belongs to the tides. The rhythm of the water dictates everything. It brings nutrients. It carries away sediment. It shapes the very structure of the forest. The ground is a rich, dark mud. It is alive with unseen creatures. Crabs scuttle sideways into their burrows. Mud skippers, amphibious fish, use their fins to walk across the mud. They gulp air. They are perfectly adapted to this world between land and sea. Every inch of this forest is teeming with life, a complex web of existence built on the foundation of mud and water. As we move deeper, a sense of unease begins to settle. The shadows seem to grow longer. The silence feels heavier. Every rustle in the undergrowth, Every splash in the water seems amplified. The forest is watching. It holds its secrets close. This is a kingdom ruled by a powerful and elusive predator. A predator that moves through these shadows like a ghost. Its presence is felt long before it is seen. We are intruders in its domain, and we must move with caution and respect. The beautiful forest has a dark heart. It is the apex predator, the undisputed king of the Sundarbans, the Royal Bengal tiger. This is a tiger unlike any other. It has adapted to a life in the mangroves. It is a powerful swimmer. It can cross wide rivers in search of prey. It stalks through the dense undergrowth with silent grace. Its coat of orange and black is the perfect camouflage. It allows the tiger to disappear into the dappled light of the forest. To see one here is a rare privilege, a fleeting glimpse of true wildness. Most who travel here will only see its tracks in the mud. The signs are everywhere, a fresh pug mark in the soft earth, deep claw marks on the trunk of a tree, the remains of a recent kill. These signs tell a story of the tiger's movements, its hunting patterns, its solitary existence. The local people, the honey collectors and fishermen, know these signs well. They live in a state of constant awareness. They have a deep, almost spiritual respect for the tiger. They call it Bug. They know that to survive here, they must share the forest with its rightful ruler. A delicate balance exists between man and beast. This tiger is a master of stealth. It can lie in wait for hours. Motionless, patient, it hunts a variety of prey. Spotted deer, wild boar, even monkeys. Its power is immense. A single swipe of its paw can be lethal. The hunt is a dramatic event, a sudden explosion of speed and strength. It is the raw, untamed power of nature on full display. But life for the tiger is not easy. The constant threat of poaching and habitat loss casts a long shadow over its future. Its kingdom is shrinking. Its survival hangs in the balance. As dusk falls, the forest comes alive with new sounds. The alarm call of a spotted deer echoes through the trees. It is a sign that the tiger is on the move. The air grows tense. Every creature in the forest is on high alert. The king is hunting. We sit in our boat, silent and still. We listen, we watch, hoping for a glimpse of the magnificent creature. But the forest holds its secrets tight. The tiger remains a ghost in the shadows, a powerful, unseen presence that defines the very essence of the Sundarbans. The Sundarbans is not a silent place. It is a place of, well, a million tiny sounds. Together, they create a complex symphony, a soundtrack to life and death in the mangrove. During the day, the air buzzes with the sound of insects. Bees drone as they collect nectar from mangrove blossoms. Dragonflies with their iridescent wings dart through the air. The canopy is alive with the chatter of birds. Kingfishers with their brilliant blue plumage dive for fish, and their sharp calls pierce the air. Woodpeckers drum against tree trunks, their rhythmic tapping echoing through the forest. The forest floor has its own orchestra. As the tide recedes, the mud comes alive. Fiddler crabs emerge from their burrows, and the males wave their oversized claws in a complex courtship display. They create a soft rustling sound as they move across the mud. Mudskippers flop and crawl, their movements adding a percussive beat to the rhythm of the forest. The sound of their bodies sliding through the wet mud is a constant presence. These small creatures are the unsung heroes of the mangrove. They play a vital role in this intricate ecosystem. As night descends, the symphony changes. The daytime performers retreat, and the nocturnal musicians take their place. The air fills with the chorus of frogs. Their calls are a cacophony of croaks, chirps, and bellows. Geckos call from the trees, their sharp, repetitive sounds cutting through the darkness. The hum of mosquitoes becomes a constant low drone. In the distance, the howl of a jackal might drift through the night air. It is a haunting sound, a reminder of the predators that prowl under the cover of darkness. The night is a time of heightened senses. But the most dominant sound is always the water. The gentle lapping of the tide against the mangrove roots. The soft gurgle of the current as it flows through the narrow creeks. The sudden splash of a fish or a crocodile. The water is the conductor of this orchestra. It sets the tempo. It dictates the rhythm. It is the constant underlying melody of the Sundarbans. To listen to this symphony is to understand the heartbeat of the forest. It is a sound of immense complexity, a sound of chaotic, vibrant life in a world constantly in motion. We travel northeast to a different kind of watery world. The landscape transforms. The dense forest gives way to a vast, open expanse. In the dry season, this is a patchwork of small rivers and wetlands, known as beals. But during the monsoon, it undergoes a breathtaking transformation. The rivers swell. They overflow their banks. They merge together. They create a vast inland sea. This is the Howrah Basin, a huge, shallow body of fresh water that stretches to the horizon. It is a world of water and sky. Honestly, the scale is difficult to comprehend. From the edge of a village, the water seems endless. Small clusters of trees on distant islands are the only interruption in the flat horizon. The sky above is immense. It mirrors the water below. During the monsoon, dramatic storm clouds gather. They roll across the sky, their dark bellies threatening rain. The wind sweeps across the open water, creating choppy waves. It feels like being at the edge of the ocean. But this is a temporary sea, a seasonal phenomenon that defines life in this region. Life here is adapted to this dramatic cycle. The villages are built on raised mounds of earth. They become islands in the vast expanse of water. For several months of the year, boats are the only means of transportation. Every family has a small wooden boat. They are used for everything, for fishing, for visiting neighbors, for taking children to floating schools. The people of the Howrahs are masters of aquatic life. They have learned to live with the rhythm of the flood. They embrace the water as a source of life and sustenance. The water is incredibly rich. It is a massive nursery for freshwater fish. During the monsoon, fish breed and grow in these fertile waters. This abundance supports a huge fishing industry. Fishermen cast their nets into the deep waters. Their livelihoods depend on the health of the Howrah. But this ecosystem is fragile. It is threatened by pollution and changes in water flow. The future of this unique inland sea, and the people who depend on it, is uncertain. It is a world of stunning beauty, but also of great vulnerability. The Howrahs are not just a home for fish and people. They are a vital stopping point for millions of migratory birds. As the monsoon waters begin to recede, the Howrahs transform into a paradise for birds. The shallow waters and exposed mudflats create a perfect feeding ground. Huge flocks of birds arrive from as far away as Siberia and Europe. They come here to spend the winter. Their arrival is one of the great natural spectacles of Bangladesh. The sky fills with the sound of beating wings. The diversity is astonishing. Great flocks of ducks and geese cover the surface of the water. Bar-headed geese which fly over the Himalayas rest here. Northern pintails and gadwalls dabble in the shallows. Waders patrol the muddy shorelines. Black-winged stilts, with their impossibly long legs, pick their way through the mud. Sandpipers and plovers probe the soft earth for invertebrates. The air is filled with their calls, a constant chatter and whistling that carries for miles across the open water. It is a celebration of life. Among the flocks, there are larger, more dramatic birds. Pallas's fish eagles soar high above. They scan the water for fish. Their piercing cries echo across the Hyol. Great white pelicans, with their enormous throat pouches, fish in coordinated groups. They drive fish into the shallows, making them easier to catch. The Hyol is a stage for a continuous ballet, a dance of predators and prey, a performance of survival and instinct. Every bird has its niche. Every species plays its part in this complex ecosystem. But this avian spectacle is under threat. The wetlands are shrinking. The birds face a loss of habitat and food sources. The delicate balance that has existed for millennia is being disrupted. The sight of these magnificent flocks is a reminder of what is at stake. It is a call to protect these vital wetlands, to ensure that future generations of birds can continue their epic journeys, to preserve the chaotic, beautiful ballet of the Haas for years to come. The fate of these birds is tied to the fate of this unique landscape. In Bangladesh, life is lived on the edge, not just the edge of the forest or the edge of the river, but the edge of survival itself. This is a land of immense natural fertility, but it is also a land of immense natural challenges. The monsoon brings life-giving rain, but it also brings devastating floods. The rivers provide silt and fish, but they also erode the land, washing away homes and farms. The people who live here have a relationship with nature that is both intimate and adversarial. They are some of the most resilient people on Earth. They have learned to adapt to a constantly changing environment. Farmers plant rice varieties that can grow in deep water. Fishermen have developed techniques to catch fish in both flood and drought. Boatmen navigate the complex network of rivers with incredible skill. Their knowledge is passed down through generations. It is a knowledge born of necessity, a deep understanding of the land and the water. They do not seek to conquer nature. They seek to live within its powerful embrace. This resilience is visible in their faces, in the lines etched by the sun and the wind, in the strength of their hands, calloused from years of hard work. There is a quiet dignity here, a pride in their ability to provide for their families in the face of adversity. Their lives are simple, but they are not easy. Every day is a struggle for food, a struggle for shelter, a struggle against the overwhelming forces of nature. And yet, there is also joy. The joy of a good harvest, the joy of a large catch, the joy of community. But the challenges are growing. Climate change is making the weather more extreme. The floods are becoming more frequent and more severe. The sea level is rising, threatening to inundate the coastal areas. The delicate balance is being pushed to its breaking point. The resilience of the people is being tested like never before. Their future, and the future of this entire nation, is tied to the health of the planet. They are on the front lines of a global crisis. Their struggle is a struggle for us all. Our journey through this land of chaotic beauty is coming to an end. We have witnessed the power of the rivers. We have felt the mystery of the mangrove forest. We have seen the vastness of the inland sea. We have glimpsed the incredible diversity of life that thrives in these wild places. From the elusive tiger in the shadows, to the humble mud skipper on the glistening mud. Every creature, every plant, is part of a complex and beautiful tapestry. A tapestry woven with threads of chaos and resilience. This is a land that stays with you. The memory of the fiery sunsets over the water. The sound of the forest symphony at night. The feeling of the humid air on your skin. It is a place that challenges your perceptions. It shows you that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, that life can flourish in the most challenging environments. It is a world of raw, untamed nature, a world that is both intimidating and awe-inspiring. It commands respect. It demands to be seen not as a place of disaster, but as a place of extraordinary life. The enduring spirit of Bangladesh is not just in its wildlife, it is in its people. Their ability to adapt, to survive, to find joy in the face of overwhelming odds is a powerful testament to the human spirit. They are as much a part of this landscape as the rivers and the trees. Their lives are intertwined with the rhythms of nature. They are the guardians of this chaotic beauty. Their future is inseparable from the future of this incredible land. Their story is a story of hope and endurance. As we depart, the land continues its ancient dance. The tides will continue to ebb and flow. The rivers will continue to shape the land. The birds will continue their long migrations. The tiger will continue to roam its shadowed kingdom. Life will go on in all its chaotic, vibrant, and beautiful complexity. This land of whispers and roars, of quiet waters and raging floods, is a vital part of our planet's natural heritage, a place of wonder and surprise, a powerful reminder of the enduring, untamable spirit of the wild.